Hello everyone, welcome once again to IFA 2013. My name is Michael, this is Neil, and we're here at the Panasonic stand. Actually, it's a Panasonic hall here at IFA, and we're going to be taking a look around inside everything Panasonic's got to offer. And actually, what we're going to show you is a different perspective on the stand this year, because I'm going to be your INFOTAR, so I will be your virtual avatar. You're going to be looking through this camera, you're going to see what I see, hear what I hear, and you can direct us. You can tell us where you want to go, what you're interested in, and what you want to hear about. So why don't you tell them, Neil, how they can do that?
Okay guys, so what you should notice, there's a little box just below where you're watching us. Please feel free to enter any questions you would like Mike to answer, or maybe a product you would want to see if you've not been able to get over to IFA for 2013. We also have some backroom staff. We have Tony at the moment, manning Twitter. So please feel free to send any questions, technical or product related, or maybe just something about what you've seen during this show. So that's at #PanasonicIFAExpert.
Okay, so I think we should get right in there, and what we're going to do to start you off is the doors have just opened here at IFA. It's 10 o'clock here in Berlin, and we're just going to take a look around, give you an idea of the scale of the exhibition, the scale of the Panasonic hall. There you can probably see the wide angle shot of...
Well, sorry Michael, that ties us in very nicely. First question already in. This is from John.
Hi John.
Can you take a look around?
Well, I actually looked over Neil's shoulder there, so I anticipated that one a little bit. But yeah, you can see here, this is the main hall. At the end where we started off is where all the TV stuff is. And in this hour, we're going to talk a lot about TV, and we'll answer your questions on TV. But we can also talk about other things. There will be specialist hours later in the day for Lumix cameras and also for our range of home appliances. But as you can see, we're not even halfway down. We're moving now from the TV area, the Viera TV area, into Lumix G and all the imaging and optical world. You can see here various displays. There's a stage there, very exciting things go on behind that curtain, and maybe you'll be able to catch some of them later on. We've got our team here of dedicated demonstrators who are preparing all the cameras. As I said, it's 10 o'clock, so you're getting a good time to join us because the doors have just opened and people are fighting their way through IFA to the stand. Over here we're at the Lumix G gallery. You can see all the Lumix products, all the cameras, all the camcorders and the interchangeable lens products. Everything here available to touch and try. Let me just duck into this little area here. This is pretty exciting. This part is our design concept. So you're going to see some product that we already have, some brand new ideas, some things for home appliances, for industry, for entertainment, things like this responsive cooking hob, and our colleague Adam later on will be telling you all about home appliances, and that leads us out into the home appliance area. So you can see here some of the beautiful designs we've got, some of the incredible new products. You can see a whole raft of baristas there serving up cappuccino and espresso on the new Panasonic coffee makers. Here we've got one of the world's largest steam-powered tumble dryers, showing you how the creases just fall out of your clothes. We've got all kinds of appliances around this corner here. Let me show you something that's pretty neat. There's a grandstand, and you're probably thinking, well, what are these people watching on the grandstand? Well, they'll be watching throughout the day top Japanese chefs preparing authentic Japanese food using Panasonic equipment, everything from Panasonic juicers, bread makers, hobs that we saw earlier, obviously our microwaves, and of course all the cleaning and laundry products as well. Here's the fridge freezers. You'll see more of those with Adam later on. And coming back round to an area you perhaps don't associate Panasonic with so much, and that's beauty products. But Panasonic is a leader in this area in technology, in terms of the blades on our shavers. The Lam Dash shaver is actually an incredible piece of equipment. I can testify to that one myself. And one, unfortunately, I can't testify to is how effective our hair dryers are. But I'm told they're absolutely superb at retaining moisture and not drying out hair whilst drying hair, if you understand what that means. I'm sure Adam later in the day can tell you all about that. And as we work our way back down to the TV, which is my sort of area of expertise, we've actually got here some of the things that Panasonic do on a corporate level or a business-to-business level, because Panasonic are known for consumer products, but we make far more than that. We make LED lighting, we make energy management systems, we make security systems, all kinds of fresh new ideas, all summed up in this new corporate slogan which we announced this week: a better life, a better world, whether it's in the home or in the office or out there in the wider community. So that's just a brief tour of the stand. Please come and see us if you're in Berlin, and if you're not, please ask us some questions, and I think we've already got some, haven't we?
Okay, questions flying in, Michael. Show me anything OLED.
Anything OLED, okay. We'll show you a beautiful prototype of a brand new OLED. So,
and that's from Chris.
Okay, Chris, you're going to see something that we haven't shown you before. So actually back in CES, which is the American Electronics Show over in Las Vegas, we announced a prototype of a 56-inch 4K OLED, and this was the first product that ever combined the two new buzzwords in TV, and that's 4K and organic LED. And as I just walk over, you can see our commitment to 4K. Here's our brand new 4K LED TV. But the question from Chris was about OLED, so you can see the booth here, 4K OLED. And you can see in the time it's taken us to go around the stand, it's already filled up very nicely. But I'm just going to fight my way down to the front here. Entschuldigung, bitte, danke. That's my German. So here we've got our 4K OLED prototypes, and this is a brand new prototype, not the same one that we showed in Las Vegas. This is a 55-inch, and this one has been entirely developed by Panasonic from the ground up. And what we're aiming for with OLED, and why we're showing it as a prototype rather than as a final product, is to create OLED which is a viable product, a product that everyone can buy. Like we said in our slogan, a better life, a better world, not just showing off a product that can only appeal to millionaires. And so our work with OLED is around making it a sustainable technology in terms of its efficiency and affordability. And our new RGB printing method is showing that off here. The benefits of OLED, well, basically you can see it in front of you. Beautiful picture quality. It's the picture quality of a plasma with the slimness and the energy efficiency of an LED. What could be better?
Right, brilliant, thank you. Michael, from one of our newest technology to a technology we've made for some time. This is from Craig. Can you show me your latest LCD TVs?
Okay, absolutely. Well, actually, our latest LCD TVs are our latest LED TVs, because when we say LED TV, what we're talking about is the backlight that's behind the LCD panel. And that's what's so exciting about organic LED, because organic LED, the actual pixels are made up of organic dots of light-emitting diodes. Whereas on a normal LED TV, the pixels are actually, and you can see here right in front of you, a whole range, as I go slowly from right to left, a whole range of LED TVs, all sizes, all different configurations. And what's making these up is a liquid crystal panel, and behind them LED lights. And the LED lights make them beautifully slim and very energy efficient, and also mean they're incredibly bright. But actually the technology in front of them is the LCD, the liquid crystal display. So lots of our new range here, all of them smart, some of them 3D, and some of them with some really great technology in.
Okay, thank you, Michael. Next question, and this is from Anthony. We currently have a GT50 plasma in our lounge, and the lounge is very bright. Has LED match plasma for picture quality yet? Any recommendation?
Well, when you say match for picture quality, I prefer to say that they have different specialities. And sorry, what was the name of the?
That was from Anthony.
Anthony. So one of the things that Anthony's identified there is that LEDs are naturally brighter than plasmas. Because of those LED lights we talked about before. So here we've got our range of plasmas. Here's our top of the range plasma, and it's actually showing a movie at the moment, so it's perhaps not on the very brightest scene, but even as I turn to the right and show you the LEDs, you can probably see there's a kick up in brightness. Why people like plasma for picture quality is their ability to render very convincing levels of detail in dark areas, very rich color, and very smooth motion. I personally prefer the look of a plasma, but Anthony's quite right to sort of identify that there are different products for different areas. And in terms of getting a very bright image, an LED might give you a better result. And so what have we done to improve LED picture quality? Well, quite a lot. We've got a brand new processor, got a Hexa processor that we introduced in 2013, and that really improves the amount of clarity and detail and controls the backlight as well. The backlight we can dim in lots of different segments. So for instance, our top of the range WT60 here, we can create convincing contrast by dimming the backlight. So there are improvements to be made, but I would say for a more cinema type look, which is obviously slightly darker, go for plasma. For a more brighter, everyday type look, go for LED. And the great thing is, Panasonic have a full range of both technologies.
Okay, Michael, next question already in. This is from Michael. Do you have an internet TV set-top box?
We do actually. I don't think we have it at the show, but I know certainly in the UK we have an internet TV set-top box called MST60 if you happen to be in the UK, and that's basically you connect to any TV and it turns it into an internet TV. Perhaps what we can show you right now is some of our Blu-ray products, because lots of our Blu-ray players and recorders are also internet streaming devices. So they have in our Viera Connect service. So for instance, you can just see that here. We're going over to the Blu-ray area, and it's talking about video on demand services. It's showing actually BBC iPlayer, which will be familiar to people from the UK, Facebook, built-in Wi-Fi on many models. So there's various ways to get internet connectivity without buying a brand new TV. You can just buy one of our beautiful new Blu-ray players, like this fella here. This is the BDT 330. Or 335 it's called in Germany, I can just see. So yes, there are plenty of ways to do that.
And obviously some of the products all come with 4K upscaling.
Yes, that Blu-ray player you just saw there can upscale to 4K, which is of course the big buzzword at this show.
Okay, next question is in, and it's from Tony. He would like you to find the latest in home entertainment.
Well, we just mentioned it, so let's go and see it. We've been sort of teasing around the subject, but let's get right into it. It's 4K. 4K or Ultra HD is the very latest in home entertainment. It's the very latest in our LED lineup. You can see here 4K Ultra HD is, we've got our own little section here at the Panasonic area. You can also see we've got a big setup in terms of gaming entertainment as well as picture quality. So 4K will be the next big thing, and I think that's every manufacturer has agreed on that. And what is 4K? Well, you can see that really in front of you right now. It is 4 times the level of detail of a regular HD TV. So a normal HD TV has 1,080 lines this way and 1,920 rows this way, whereas on a 4K TV you've got 3,840 rows across here, and then down here 2,160. So 4 times the resolution. And as if I pull back, you can see the two next to each other. You're seeing much more detail on a large screen, so you can get those big screen pictures without everything becoming blurry and blocky. And it really is, you know, the clarity on it is just stunning. This mountain scenery I can see here, feels like you could just step into it. So 4K I think is the big new technology there, Neil.
Okay, next question already in. Can you tell me more about the twin tuner? And that's from Jono.
Twin tuner, yeah, sure. We've actually got a twin tuner area set up around the corner here. So let's race along past all our TVs. You can see it's really starting to get busy now, even though we've only been open for about 15 minutes. So here's our lineup of TVs again that we've just seen. And as I said, lots of plasmas, lots of LEDs, and lots of them with twin tuner. So let's skip through here. And
is there any certain models, Michael, that twin tuner comes with?
Twin tuner tends to be at the top of the range. So you're looking really at the DT and WT LED TVs and the VT plasma and GT plasma. So here we've got set up. I'm sorry to interrupt, we're just on the internet right now. What we're showing here is we've got one TV channel playing on the big screen here and a second one on the pad. So if I go down, you can see this pad is taking a TV signal from the TV and streaming it out. And you can also stream out a second channel to another TV in your house, so another DLNA device. We can do that. Do you want to start it streaming through that?
Second tuner?
Second tuner, please. Yeah, thank you. The other thing you can do, just while he's setting that up for us, is you can record. So we've got here a Western Digital hard drive, and the TVs I just mentioned that have the hard drive, the twin tuner facility, also have USB 3, which if I just go around the corner, you can see we've got 3 USB slots, and this one here is the latest USB 3, very fast speed communication, and this lets you record one program, watch another, it lets you pause TV, it lets you rewind, lets you do all kinds of things. So here Neil is selecting a show. So he's selecting the German TV channel Vox, and just to show you, we're watching DF2, I think that is, and here we go. So you could have your satellite dish connected to this TV in the front room or downstairs in the house, and then upstairs, then even if you don't have a satellite connection, you could stream a second channel without interrupting the main TV. So the possibilities of twin tuner are just phenomenal.
Okay, Michael, on to the next question. This is from Richard. Can I see some of the sound systems for my TV?
Sound systems for the TV, really good point, because when we make these TVs very, very slim, obviously the speakers aren't huge on them. So what we always encourage customers is to look at how to get the best home cinema sound as well as the best home cinema picture. So let's go across to what we call our home AV area, or home audio video, and you'll see some of our speakers and sound bars. So we're going through just the pure audio section at the moment, and perhaps we'll come back to these later on. But the question was about cinema sound. So here we go. Here is a couple of our sound bars. So you can see how they sit just beautifully under the TV, and they're producing a much bigger sound than you get from the very small speakers that we have on a TV set. So a bigger range of speakers. So this would be a sort of entry-level sound bar, all in one. And then you would step up to something like this. You can see the beautiful brushed aluminium finish on this one here. And this one has a separate subwoofer unit. So this is actually wireless, so you can place it anywhere in your room and it will connect without any fuss. And this produces all the big bass sounds, and they're the hard things to do. That's why it needs a big space to amplify the sound and for those bass sounds to rattle around and really give you that deep rumbling effect. Now, some people might say, well, I want bass sound, but I don't want this. This doesn't fit in my room. So this is why we've got a brand new product for you. And this is called a speaker board. And the speaker board is, from the front, if I just pick it up, it looks like a sound bar. It looks like a small sound bar. But you see when I place it down, it's actually a deeper unit. And you can place a TV on top of it, anything up to a 42-inch. And if you have a larger TV than that, you just sit it on the shelf, like where you would put your Blu-ray player. And what this deeper design lets you do is get in a nice big subwoofer in here to give you a big sound from a small unit. Now, obviously, we're on the internet here, so delivering sound and reproducing sound is difficult to judge, but believe you me, when you turn it up, it does sound just phenomenal. So those are some of the many options we've got for home cinema speakers.
One thing I noticed here, Michael, is this NFC.
NFC, yeah. So when we want to play sound from, maybe like you've got your iPad there, if you wanted to play sound from that, we could just link it up by Bluetooth, but you then have to go through lots of menus and play around in there. But with NFC, what you can do, and you need a tablet that has NFC on it. We can see, we're just hearing the sound quality of it. You just touch the two together. Let's move away from there a second.
Okay, thank you for that, Michael.
We got drowned out there for a second because of the incredible sound coming from that.
Okay, next question in. Everyone out there, please continue to send in your questions just in below, or like I've said earlier on in the show, please continue to send Tony your messages and questions via Twitter at #PanasonicExpert. There's also some great competitions running where you can even win the camera Michael is wearing today. Right, our next question is from Jim T. Do you have a camera on your TVs?
We do have a camera on our TVs. Let's go and take a look. In fact, the young lady over here is just demonstrating the camera on the TV. So, you can see here, if I just come to one side, at the top, there's a camera that pops up, and that camera will do several things. It will let you do Skype calls, it'll let you leave video messages. At the moment we're just browsing the internet, but what you can also do is use it for face recognition to find your own home screen. So what that would mean is that you would sit in front of the TV, you'd say my home screen, this camera would pop up, recognize your individual face, and then take you to a home screen. And a home screen, a home screen looks something like this, which is a collection of TV, of applications, of links that is your favorites. And you can have up to 8 of these home screens on the TV at any one time. So you could have lots of people being recognized by the camera and automatically getting their favorites as soon as they sit down in front of the TV.
You've talked a little there, Michael, about home screen. I've noticed this home screen slightly different to what we have back in the UK. Is that just because of this show?
It is just, well, it's not just for the show, no, but it is a new development. And this is what we call home screen collections. And these will be available to existing 2013 Smart Viera TVs in the next month or so. So they will be preset home screens. So you can make up your own from scratch. But what you can also do is download, this is one created by YouTube, ideal for browsing YouTube. There's one over here for Eurosport, with all the Eurosport links, and there will be there's one for FC Barcelona. There's several that'll be coming through, and then there'll be more coming over the years. And actually, just as we speak about that, you can see on the stage here we're getting a complete overview, and this is one of many demonstrations, one of many presentations that you'll see if you come down here to IFA. You can get involved with that. There are regular shows throughout the day, here in the TV area, over in the Linux area, and of course in the home appliance area.
Okay, next question's in, Michael. And this is from Damon. Do Panasonic have any wireless speakers I can connect my phone to?
Do we have any wireless speakers? Yes, we do. Let's go and have a look. So we're going back to the home AV area. And in the home AV area, we've got brand new wireless speakers. Sorry, I got in the way of the camera shot there. This is the NA10. This is a brand new wireless speaker. So you can see beautifully slim. Lovely carry case. There'll be a blue and a red carry case to start off with, and then hopefully some of these other designs will come through. And this is ideal if you're out on the go. You can put this just down on the side when you're having your picnic and connect via Bluetooth to the speaker. Now some of you might be thinking, well, how do I connect via Bluetooth? And this is where our great feature NFC comes in again, because we can just touch them together in order to, with a compatible device, touch them together, and then we'll make that connection for you. And even better than that, we also have our music streaming app. Let me get down here. So this is a free app to download, Panasonic Music Streaming app, and this will basically work out the music you've got on your pad, on your tablet, on your phone, and work out how it can connect to the Panasonic device, whether it's one of these portable speakers or whether it's a home cinema kit, and will automatically route it. So the connection may actually be via Bluetooth, it may be via AirPlay, it may be via DLNA wireless, but all that choice, all that messing around is done by the speaker, by the app. And then we have the NA30, which is the higher end product, and you can see it's slightly larger. It's styled very nicely like an old-fashioned radio. And the reason it's larger isn't just for the retro styling, it's also to give a bigger bass sound. And actually I can feel that as I touch it. It's giving that real vibration to the air, which is causing that deep, very soulful sound. So those are some of the portable speakers I mean.
Okay. Next question's from Peter Mike. What's the largest TV Panasonic make?
The largest TV that Panasonic make? Well, that's an interesting one, because here at the show we're showing Panasonic consumer products. So let's zip round the corner and take a look. You can see actually in the mirror here a whole wall of 4K TVs, and as I spin around, there they are in full effect. And these are 60-inch TVs. The largest TV we would have here at the show is a 65-inch. But Panasonic do make larger TVs than this. We have our professional display business, so you're able to get Panasonic plasma TVs in 85-inch, 103-inch, believe it or not, and then the largest TV that you can actually buy, which is 152-inch. And the 152-inch plasma, obviously it's a very specialist product because it won't even get in most buildings, it's so big and high. But so it's used in places like airports and theatres, commercial applications like that. But that was, interestingly enough, we're here talking about 4K, that was the first 4K TV we produced, which was way back in 2010. And it had to be 4K because if it had less than 4,000 rows of resolution, it would look very silly indeed on such a big screen.
Okay, again, Michael, next question already with us. How can I change the background on my home screen with my own photo?
Okay, let's have a look at that. So, my home screen we saw a little bit of just a second ago. We're going to take a closer look. Let's go over here. And on my home screen, you can change the background. You can also, there are some preset backgrounds, but you can also send up your own. And in fact, as we're talking about it, it's exactly where Chris has got to in the presentation. So let's have a look. He is just now picking a picture on his tablet.
From my tablet.
And he's going to then send that to be the background. So you can see on the big screen behind us,
You can choose from.
he's got a member of the public here,
That one.
and she's picked a photo.
Okay.
And you see it's of a nice landscape, and he's going to send that up.
This picture into the television, and it sets it
It's
as the
going
background.
to send it to the background on the TV just
and
by
swipe it
pressing it and
into the
flipping it
television.
up.
Look what happens.
And you can see that's now the background
And it is
for
automatically set without me having to
your
do
home
anything
screen.
else.
So you can have any home
You can
screen
do the
you
same
want,
thing. Yeah, that's what
any picture you want.
That's worth it.
And yeah, people are very excited about that. So whoever asked that question, fantastic timing.
Yes, that's from Bob. So next question's Connors.
So that the TV
Can I see some 4K products? Now we've talked a lot about 4K TVs here this week especially, Michael. Is there anything else Panasonic do this 4K?
Let's get right into that 4K area and have a look in depth.
There we go. Capture.
So we're walking over to the detailed 4K area, and in here we've got obviously the 4K TV, we've mentioned that already, but also we've got a 4K tablet, which is a brand new concept. Again, you may have seen a prototype of this before from Panasonic, but this is an actual working model. So, Entschuldigung, bitte. Here it is. This is the world's first 20-inch 4K tablet. You can see how beautifully thin and light it is. And what you won't be able to see on the internet is the picture quality, which is just phenomenal. So here we've got some very high definition photos, and as I spin around I can see it in detail. I can examine exactly every part of this little beetle. So you can imagine this being used in a museum as an exhibit, so someone could get really up close and personal. You could also imagine this being used by architects and photographers, or even in this case, you can see here, used by makeup professionals. So you can see here, the lady is going to have her photograph taken on the tablet, and it's applied different levels of makeup. And perhaps if I put my beautiful face in there, let's see. Yeah, you can just see I've got lovely rouge and blusher here, and a purple lipstick there. No, it's fine. that was more than enough. The people of the internet have suffered enough. Thank you for your support.
Really suited you, Michael.
So yeah, this is going to be a professional product, but it is on sale. It's going to be on sale from November. So 4K tablet, brand new technology.
Brilliant, thank you. Next question in, and this is from Dan. Do you have any wireless home cinema sets?
Okay, wireless home cinema sets. So I think by that maybe Dan is referring to wireless speakers. What we have is some wireless speakers. So some of our speakers, like the rear speakers and the subwoofer, can be made wireless, but making each individual speaker wireless is rather difficult, because it's still, even though we can send the signal wirelessly, you still need to have power to the speaker, and sending power wirelessly is rather an issue. So if we just zip across the front here, the speaker system I showed you earlier, the soundbar with the subwoofer, that subwoofer is actually wireless, so you don't need separate wireless, separate connection to plug it in. But what you'll see is that it does have a power connection on there. So we are working on making these more convenient for the home. But at the moment, not completely wireless. That will come when we can finally transfer electricity wirelessly. So you can see what I'm talking about there. You've still got the power cable to find. So there are some products there, and we're making them more convenient, which is why things like this speaker board, where it's all in one unit, absolutely ideal.
Okay, thank you, Michael. Question in from Tim. What colours do your TVs come in?
What colours do the TVs come in? Okay, we'll take a look over there in a second. Over on the TVs, mainly the TVs are silver and black and different types of silver. And you might think, well, that's a bit boring, but let me just show you. Actually, when we talk about the colours of TVs, we're talking about this much material. So maybe 1 centimetre. So in this one we've got a beautiful brushed chrome type effect and aluminium. The plasmas, you can see, have a sort of black and silver look. Actually, there's a sort of technical reason to have this black finish as well on the plasma, because it creates a frame, and of course plasmas are all about contrast, and contrast tends to look better. We do have some individual models in different colours. We've got the E6. Now this will very much depend which country you're in, so check out your local retailer. But as well as the sort of traditional silver that we've shown you, we have a white bezel. You can see it there on the stand, and also pure black. So there are some, if you've got different designs, different configurations for your own taste, your own living rooms, there are some options out there, but always worth checking in your individual area to see which is available.
Okay, thank you. Michael, we've probably got about time for probably one more question. This is from Chris. Will the Viera remote app work with my Android tablet?
Absolutely it will, yeah. So all of the apps actually we've shown you today are for both Android and iOS, or for Apple. So let's show you. Although many of the tablets we've actually been using here at the show happen to be Apple, don't get put off by that. You know, we use Android devices ourselves all the time. Let's see if we can find a tablet that's actually working. Here we go, yeah. So this is the Viera remote, and you can see if I let's have a look. If I press the apps button, the TV then goes to the apps pages, and I can use it as a remote control, which is pretty good, but not perhaps so exciting because you've already got a remote control. So you can also see here a whole range of different connections we've got here, different applications. Let me just show you one. In fact, I think you saw this from Patrice, but I'll just show you, we don't just set it up on the stage, it can be done live here as well. I can take a photo, I can swipe it, and it will appear. Let me just try that one more time. And it will appear on our screen. There it is. So a great question to finish on there.
Right, Michael, you've done really well. Right, very quick question, just as we move back. What's going on with the car? And that's from Candy.
Well, if you look around here, you see a massive crowd, and the crowd are all basically around the car. So let's fight our way past the crowd and see if we can take a look. Entschuldigung, bitte. Okay, here we are. So, Entschuldigung, bitte, einen Moment. Entschuldigung, bitte, danke. So the car is actually playing 4K gaming, and this is hooked up to a PC. The 4K TV is compatible with DisplayPort 1.2a, which means, yes, you might not have this car at home, but you may well have a gaming PC which can output 4K graphics, and our new 4K TV will play them beautifully smoothly. Thank you very much. I'll get out of people's way because they're queuing to play the game. So
Michael, if you'd just like to follow me this way.
Let's see what Neil's got for us.
I think it's really nice if we just show kind of the main topic of the area as we try and finish. Obviously 4K has been really important, Michael, and I think it's only nice, but we finish up with a lovely shot of the 4K wall.
And here it is. Yeah, so come see 4K, come see all of the applications, come see all of our products, and if you can't, join us again at 11 when you'll be hearing more about Panasonic products here on Live at IFA. and thank you very much for joining us. And here we are. Thank you for your attention.